G'day, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me. Just doing a little review today of the CXLiy Q100 solar power bank, which is here, which I've also got it's actually smaller in size, but I'll talk more about this cheaper one I got off eBay later. This, if you know, I apologise for the cold that's still with me, but I'm going to give you an honest review, no holes barred. I mean, a lot of guys out there that I watch, I don't know, I assume they're getting paid to give good reviews. I don't know, but they don't have anything bad to say about products. Maybe they're just lucky. Maybe they're buying high-end stuff where there's no issues. I don't know. But anyway, look, the whole thing with this power bank is it starts from the ad on Amazon. I don't want to get into that too much. Everyone can make up their own mind, but basically, it's false advertising and misleading. There's nothing on the ad that suggests that the solar panel, the solar charging side of it, is auxiliary or secondary, right? But as soon as it turned up here in the directions, it says, do not use the solar as, only use it as an auxiliary or secondary device. We recommend charging it by power. Well, like I say, no mention of that in the ad. Excuse me, well, if you're watching this video, you're probably buying something like this because you enjoy getting out in the outdoors. And you know what it's like. If you're camping, you want something that's going to charge your phones and stuff, So anyway, that was that. So I did some testing. So cut a long story short, I put it out. I charged it up fully with power when I first got it. No worries, all the lights, little blue lights up the top here, seemed to come on, and suggesting it was full. That's all right. So the next day or so, I charged the phone up with it a couple of times, and a couple of other things to drain the power down. It got down to about one light, so 25%, 1 out of 4 lights. So I stuck it outside, like I say, long story short again, but it would have been 4 days, every day, and 2 out of those 4 days were nice sunny days. And I checked it every day, and it just would not go past 50%. Would not, So anyway, I come to the conclusion that I don't know whether the panel's not strong enough to push the power in past 50%. I'm not sure, I'm not an expert, but anyway, I drained some more power out of it, down to a quarter, stuck it outside the next day, and it charged back up to 50%. So my conclusion is it does charge, but only up to 50%. It will, under my testing, it will not go past 50%, and I contacted the seller about it, and they basically wouldn't answer the question. They just said, there's probably nothing wrong with it, you can send it back, blah, 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 for a refund. And I still might do that because you got 30 days to do it with Amazon. But look, it cost $45, $46 to have it delivered. So it's basically mid to low range, like there's some expensive ones out there. I assume they would work better than this. But it's probably not a bargain. It's probably what you pay for is basically on par, in my opinion. $45. I mean, I've only seen these on the Amazon AU, so there's a link down below, an affiliate link if you want to have a look at it. I mean, if you want to buy one, it's up to you. I'm not going to force the issue. But look, other than that, those issues, I mean, it seems to do everything that you'd expect. I mean, it's actually looks like it's pretty well made. You know, it's got the usual bells and whistles that all these things have. It's got a couple of settings for a light on it. It's also got blue and red flashing lights if that floats your boat. And there is actually one other issue that I discovered. It's got 3 USB outlets, I think it's a Type C, but also the main input charge is micro USB. Now that's where that problem comes in. It comes with this just a standard, you know, USB cable, and it seems to be when you plug this in, it's not a good connection. It doesn't feel like it's going in properly, you know. So anyway, you got to really push it in there, and if you knock it, the connection sort of will break. Anyway, I've got another cable there that's got a longer shank on it, and it seems to fit in snugly. So for some reason, the connection here seems to be way in deep for whatever reason. Really fiddly to get it in there. I mean, I haven't done it for a little while because it's fiddly, and I've been playing with the solar, and I haven't actually been camping, you know, in the last couple of weeks, so I've had no reason to plug that in. But it also comes with a little carry case, but they must have run out of fabric because it's a little bit short, you know, a little bit short. But yeah, in a nutshell, not a bad thing, except for the charging won't go over 50%. I mean, there's a lot of reviews on the Amazon listing, I mean, and it's actually promoted by Amazon, an Amazon pick or something like that. So, I mean, the reviews were pretty good. I never saw anything that said it won't charge, but I never saw anything that said it would charge all the way up either. You know, now you would just assume that it would charge to 100%, but it doesn't for me anyway. So anyway, it's probably for the money, it's probably, you know, borderline. That's probably what it's worth in my opinion, just judging by what's around. 25,000 milliamp hour battery. I mean, I'm no expert, but my phone, I divided the battery and that into this. This should charge my phone from flat 9.5 times, right? And there's just no way it would do that. Guarantee it. No way. So I'm not an expert once again. You know, maybe you use more power to actually push the charge into the phone, you know what I mean? So I reckon you'd be lucky to get 4 charges out of it from a dead flat battery. I mean, who really runs their phone to 0? Does anyone? I mean, you always charge it when it's sort of at 30%. I do anyway, because you know, you don't want it to run out while you're talking on it or during the day or something like that. But anyway, that is that. Not much else to say. Like I say, I might send it back. I just think what they say what they say it should do, what they say in the ad that it does, what they don't say is the problem. You know, they don't tell you the whole truth. So anyway, but look, let's get on to the next section now. This one is just off eBay. It was $24. It's just an unbranded thing. It's they're all over eBay, Australia anyway. It must be a hot item to get rid of at the moment, but you can see the difference in size. But would you believe it, the smaller one is supposed to be double the power of this one, and I think it's absolute garbage myself. Let's start on the solar with this one, right? It once again left it outside. The battery was flashing because it was low. I mean, the only thing the solar panel does with this is lights up the little green light that's on at the moment. And anyway, I left it outside for a few days, and it just would not go off low battery, you know, would not. So anyway, I think on their ad on eBay, I think it said way down the bottom that you know, it should only be used as a secondary advice. And I saw that and I thought to myself, well, it should still charge, you know. Like, I don't expect it to charge up as quick as, even with this one, I don't expect them to charge as quick as plugging them into power, but you'd expect them to charge. That's what they're branded as, solar power bank, you know. So if they don't do that, then it's just misleading and false advertising, and you know, eBay lets them get away with it. I mean, I could have sent this back. It would have, I think I had to pay the postage. It would have been probably $10 or $12 to send it back, and I would have got a refund of, you know, $12 or something like that. But they take your negative feedback away. So for the $12, I just left a negative feedback on there. I just it just won't charge by solar. But you know, 50,000. They claim this thing is 50,000 milliamp hours, and the bigger one is only 25. So I think that one's further to the truth. But there's just no way in the world this thing would be 50,000 milliamp hours from a novice. I mean, there's just no way. It's probably, I reckon, 15 to 20. You know, that's rough, but that's being pretty generous, I reckon. So how they can get away with saying it's 50,000 milliamp hours, I even saw one that said it was 90,000. I'm not sure, and I'm pretty sure it was one of these things. They probably all come out of the same factory and you know where. And it seems it's just lawless, you know. They just put on what they want just to get you to buy it, that's all. And there's no comeback, like I say. You either just send it back. A lot of eBay stuff, I think you got to read the terms. I think it depends on the seller, but a lot of them will won't. You know, you'll have to pay for the postage to send it back. At least with Amazon, at least they pay for the postage to send it back. You know. So anyway, yeah, this one pretty much does the same. It's got a light and all that sort of stuff. I mean, the plugs. The micro USB on this one seems to be of a better connection than the more expensive one, but both of them are sort of disappointing in their own way. There is one on there that I saw was nearly double the price of this one, same size battery, but it had more detail about what the solar panel does. So. And it's pretty much what you expected. I can't remember the size, but it said it can take 13 hours to charge it up by solar. So that's 2 days, you may as well say, and that's probably what I'd expect from a little thing like this, you know. So anyway, then you can go to other things like. You know, you can get the fold-out solar panels. I mean, maybe they're a better option. I mean, I haven't done a lot of research on that, but there was one for like $56, and then the next one was over $100. You know, so you know, I'm not even sure. I didn't even look at buying power banks without a charger, to be honest with you. I think some of them popped up, but I just wasn't interested. I wanted solar for obvious reasons. So, yeah, in summary, I'm not sure what would be the best way to go. I've told you about these two. I mean, yeah, this thing, the cheaper one off eBay, that's just a power bank is all it is. But this one will charge a little bit, up to 50%. So you might get, if you're lucky, a couple of phone charges out of it, and have to charge it up again, or camera batteries, or whatever you're doing. And yeah, I'm not, like I say, there's more expensive ones out there, so I'm assuming they're better quality and actually do what the ad suggests that they're going to do. But in saying that, it could, they're probably all out of the same factory, and you know, might just be a better marketing campaign. Who knows? But anyway, hopefully these, what I've said today, will help you in a little way, whether to buy one of these or not. Like I say, the affiliate link will be down below if you want to have a look at it, or you know, maybe you think it's worth buying, even though it won't charge 100%, in my opinion. I left a couple of comments just as I think of it. Some guy said it charged up, and I just said, well, how do you get it to charge up? I said, mine won't, you know. No reply as yet. So, but anyway, have a think about it. If you're in the market for one of these, it doesn't seem to matter how much research you do. I mean, it happens all the time with me, with the car that I bought under a year ago still, and I'm still finding out stuff about it that I don't like, you know. It doesn't matter how good your research is, you end up buying something and it doesn't turn out to be what you think it is, you know. And misleading ads, you know, for these things is not good. It really isn't. I mean, I couldn't live with myself selling stuff like this that just is basically false advertising, you know. And like I say, eBay and Amazon, let them get away with it. But that's life. Yeah. Anyway, like I say, hope you've learned something and you know, take into consideration all the things we've talked about today, and hopefully you can make a bit better decision than what I have. Anyway, thanks very much for joining me, and as the dog goes underneath, we'll see you on the next one. See you here. Cheers.